Hello. So today I'm going to be in this area of Coventry here, which is Lower Stoke, and essentially I'm going to be looking at this Victorian Railway Tunnel. It's been marked up here. Somebody's been to before and taken some photos. Now I'm going to point out there's actually more than one tunnel here. That's the one under the West Coast Main Line. So that's under the currently operating the live railway line. But there's also one roughly this area here, and that is a disused branch line. That's a branch line that disappeared many, many years ago. In fact, I'll show you some of the maps later on, but the earliest map I could find online using National Library of Scotland's map service is around post 1919. I believe around 1923 they actually put the branch line in, and it was there all the way until somewhere between 1973 and 2001. I think from a previous research run I did online, I actually found it to be post 1973, possibly more like the 1980s. And it was so we'll go and have a look later. That was a branch line that went all the way up there. It's now become basically from here completely disused, but further up Humber Road, in fact up in this area here, it's now become a cycling pedestrian path known as the Richard II Loop. Now, I don't know if it was always called the Richard II Loop when it was operating as a railway track. I haven't looked into that too much yet, but it used to continue on in sort of parallel to the A444 or the Jimmy Hill Way and just follow all the way up there. And it used, as we'll look at later, it used to serve the industrial areas around this part of Coventry all the way up and rejoining the track going up towards Bedworth and Nuneaton. Essentially, it provided a bypass of to get from here, from say like from Rugby towards this side of Coventry and up towards Bedworth and Nuneaton, instead of going all the way through this way into Coventry's main station and then curving up this way back there. So I'll switch to where I got off the bus. Actually, sorry, I'm just with this, and we'll go from there. Hi, you find me today in the Lower Stoke area of Coventry because I found something on Google Maps that I thought I'd come and take a look at. More recently I've got into like industrial and railway history and urban exploration with Paul Rebecca Whitewick, Mr. Martin Zero, and also a little bit of Jago Hazzard as well. So if you like that sort of thing, have a check with them. The weird thing is, I was looking on Google Maps the other day and I found this bit of infrastructure that I didn't even know existed, because I used to live in this area about 20 years ago and I didn't even know it was here until I saw it on Google Maps, and somebody had taken photos and they'd actually marked it on the maps, and with some reviews as well apparently. But yeah, I'm just going to move the camera. Yeah, I don't know if you, hopefully, can you see? There's a bridge back there. I don't know if you can see it very well. That is disused. It looks like disused railway from what I can see on the maps, on the satellite view. So that looks like a bit of disused railway line. So I'm going to stop recording here and I'm going to walk that way behind you, and I've got to turn right and walk down another little bit. Because when I was last here, there's a roundabout in front of me over there that didn't used to be there when I lived there. I lived in this place. So I'm going to stop now and walk out, and I'll see you when I get to get closer to my destination. Recording 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's switch back to indoors on the PC on the National Library of Scotland maps on the side-by-side map viewer, as you can see here. On the left I have the map from 1888 to 1913, in the Ordnance Survey 1/4 inch 3rd edition. On the left side that was a printed map. On the right hand side we have the satellite image as it is today. So where I actually was down about here. The cursors will sync up. So around here was the junction off the main line onto our branch line, and it goes all the way up here, cuts along and goes along here, comes back in, and then it rejoins the Coventry to Nuneaton line up here. So what was this line actually used for? Well, essentially a lot of the areas it covers, which aren't so obvious in this map, were industrial units, primarily factories, probably a lot of them to do with the car industry, because Coventry was a major car manufacturing city back in the day. And the main one down here is the Peugeot works. So the Peugeot Citroën works was in that area there, which is all now houses after they closed it down and moved most of the production factory to Brighton on Dunsmore, which is down over here somewhere. But as we'll see, I'll go through some more recent maps trying to keep the same area. You might see some changes. So let's find the next available map. So let's jump ahead to the 4th edition of this map series, which is 1934 to 1937. As you can see, there seems to be some more, there's less industry here, but I'm sure there's actually more at the time. This actual bit here is now Jimmy Hill Way, which is this is the road that leads up all the way up here. The road that replaces it follows the railway line pretty much all the way around to where it joins up to there. And that took over because many years ago that roundabout there that joins Binley Road, Humber Road and Jimmy Hill Way didn't exist. It was more like a regular junction. So let's jump ahead a little bit further. So okay, that's the most recent one in that. Let's see if we can find something a little bit newer. So let's go with the, here we go, this one, the 1944 to 1973, which is not loading. Okay, let's try. They probably don't have this area because it was actually wartime when this map was first created. So let's have a look at the 1" 7 series. There we go. That's better. So you'll see a lot more of what's on the right hand side here has started to appear. And again, there are a lot of factories in here. You can see there's going to be some good stations and good sidings along here, which I'll jump into on a different map. Let's have a look. Jump ahead a little bit further. See if there's something more recently. Okay. Yes, that seems to be the... Okay, so let's switch to the England and Wales maps. See if we can find something more recent. No. Okay, let's jump back. Okay, that's seems to be the most recent I can find on here. Okay. So yeah, let's. Okay, so if we zoom in on here, if I center this a bit better, so we zoom in, you can see more of the embankments. There's a bridge across here that follows up there. Some more bridges on over the railway. You see there's more. See, there's like a goods shed or a goods loco shed there, which is now this building on the right here. That's a siding that connected in. And there we are rejoining it. So there were actually more goods sidings. One of the older maps, there were more goods sidings shown. I think it's this older one. Right, so I'll stop here because essentially there's the map that's got all the sidings on. There's a different series which I'll but that's basically where the line went. You can see I'm now at the location I want to be, so I just turn this way a little bit. That's it. Now that's actually labelled as a Victorian Railway Tunnel. Now, of course, obviously it's not a railway tunnel as in for trains, it's actually a pedestrian underpass tunnel. And I don't know if you can see, but in the background there's a second one back there, so we're going to have a look at both of those. So if you bear with me a little bit, I need to stop recording, I need to put the torch on. Hopefully that will work with this camera app. I don't know, I've not tried it before. So let's have a look and see. So I'm going to walk through this one and the one after it and see where this takes us. It should take me down towards the London Road recycling centre sort of area. So here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to walk through this. Apparently my torch will activate, but I'm not sure if it will. So here we have, I would say, the northern portal of tunnel, which is more like a little mini bridge. It's all the way up there. So let's walk through here. I don't know if this is going to activate or not. Okay, so let's have a walk through. So you see the brickwork. I apologise for all the graffiti, because unfortunately where this is, it's probably a piece of cake for the graffiti artists to get in here and just put all their tags. I mean, what probably would be nicer, you've got like routes coming through, because like I say, above us I think it's the disused section of the railway. There's no track above us, I think. So obviously nature's going to come through. There we go. Ah, there we go. Worked it out. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty good condition actually, apart from the graffiti. I mean, to be fair, I would say a lot of the graffiti artists, I'd love to see them actually do proper artistic murals in places like this, and brighten them up. And there we go, LMEB cables. So that'd be the, sorry, EMEB cables, so the East Midlands Electricity Board. So somewhere around here they had the East Midlands Electricity Board with cables. Oh, and as I hopefully you were able to see from earlier, there's another one up ahead. Like I say, I'm pretty sure this is the disused side, because there's no electrification wires overhead over there, and from the overhead maps there's no sign of the track. The track is long gone from the Google satellite view. Later on from today I'm going to do some video like Martin Zero does and look at the maps online from home, because obviously I'm just here with my phone shooting video today. But up ahead I can see the other tunnel, and it does have overhead wires, so this one goes onto the live West Coast Main Line track between the north up towards Glasgow and down to London Euston. It is a little bit muddy around here, so I'm watching my step, because unlike Martin, I haven't got my walking boots. There was a bit of collapsed wire net fencing there. It's a bit muddy up ahead, so we'll stop. Yeah, now this one coming up ahead, this is the one I think that's labelled with somebody else has been here, another Google local guy has been here taking pictures. That one I think is a bit newer because of the style, but this one is older. This one's the Victorian one. So yeah, sorry, this one's the Victorian one, I can say by looking at it, and it's actually longer. So I would say that one was single track like branch line maybe, Don't know for sure yet because I haven't had a chance to check it out. This is obviously West Coast Main Line, so you're talking double track. So there's a train going overhead on the West Coast Main Line, so I'll tilt and zoom. So I pan, tilt and whatever. Okay. Now if you notice, the bridge part is actually lower. The bridge part is actually lower, not as tall as the other one. So that's the opening. So hopefully I'll get the torch to work again. Again, this one looks like it's got graffiti art, so be it to try and brighten it up, but I just left the tags mainly. But like I say, up there, hopefully you can see that's the overhead lines for the West Coast Main Line. So that is a live track. So let's go in here. So yeah, so you got the brickwork. Which I think it's going to be the same all along the tunnel. Okay, so we're in the tunnel now. It's going to be a bit echoey, but here we go, walking through it. Of course, knowing my luck, somebody's going to come the other way, walking up from behind me and give me a bit of a shock. But hopefully not. So yeah, we've got like cobwebs and stuff in here as well. This tunnel, I would say, from the height is probably just under 2 meters tall, because I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 1.83 meters tall, and just looking up at it, there's probably about maybe 3, possibly 4 inches headroom. So yeah. Yeah, it gets a little bit shorter here. And a lot narrower here. There's like a lift. It's like the floor actually rises an inch or two. So when we get to this point, and then literally the top of the roof of the tunnel is about less than an inch from the top of my head. And we come outside into the daylight, turn around, and there we go, that's the southern portal. Yeah. Okay, so that was our little explore. Hope you like that. Do I think those tunnels are haunted? No, I don't think they are. Just looking at them, there's possible reasonable explanation because of the level of the floor. So anyway, I'll close out by saying thanks for watching. Thanks for making it this far. If you like the video, please feel free to make use of the button just for that. If you want to leave a comment, please do. Leave one down below. Please also check out the awesome other people who kind of my inspirations for making this video. I'll put links in the description and in the pinned comment down below. And if you do subscribe, please make sure you set your notifications by clicking on that little bell icon next to the subscribe button. And hopefully I will see you again in another video. Bye.